Hi there, welcome back to the bar. Get your drinks loaded, here we go. So, this is episode 4 in this series, which is looking at a bar menu of different best practice solutions. And what I want to look at today is the area of the executive portfolio report. So what do we mean by that? You're running a portfolio of projects. Once a month, you are collating a report at a portfolio level that is going out to the execs. So they feel they've got insights to what's happening at a portfolio level, and they understand the status, the risks, etc. that are happening at a portfolio level. So it's a pretty important report on the basis that that probably represents most of their investment in different activities during the year. So what's the ideal dish? What are we aiming for? The ideal dish with an executive portfolio report is really that you're providing an engaging and insightful report that will appeal to the execs and will draw in their leadership. It's not just about presenting a news bulletin. It's about drawing them in when you need them. It's not easy to get senior leadership time a lot of the time. So the report is an opportunity to put up red flags saying, I need help here, I need help there, etc. So you've got to make it a format that really draws them in and engages them. And what are the problems? The problems that we see that we'd really like to solve with this recipe. The first problem is fairly obvious. It's the 20-page portfolio report that no one reads, or that 1 out of the 8, 9 executives in the business read. So we see this a lot, is a large report that's taken a lot of time to pull together that just doesn't get read. The problem with that is that if a report isn't read, people get to know that, and therefore the input quality goes down because they don't feel, the people that are inputting the data don't feel there's any value in it. The second problem we're trying to fix is an industry across the portfolio of collating the portfolio report. So you've got 12 project reports that you have to rewrite in order to roll them up at a portfolio level. You've got to reformat them, you've got to format them again, and then eventually you will create a portfolio report. But that becomes an industry of activity for all sorts of people across the business and the PMO particularly. And then the third area that we're trying to resolve here is frustrated execs who just can't see the wood through the trees. They get a portfolio report, they're interested in 2 or 3 of the programs within the portfolio. They're sort of trying to look through it, they're going, and they can't find the bits that they're interested in. So they just turn off very quickly. And that's when you get the situation where your execs aren't reading the report. So what can we do about it? So firstly, the ingredients. For a decent recipe for the executive portfolio report. Ingredient number 1, it must be visual, concise, and engaging. If you go down the route of text, you're just not going to get much engagement. It's got to be interesting to read. It's got to be, you've got to remember that the leadership team tend to be pretty JFDI. They've got very short attention spans. So your message has got to get through preferably a visual interface, literally almost instantly. This is where the problems are. This is what this is where we need help. The second thing, it's got to be easily accessible. You've got to be able to access that without looking for it. There's no point having it on a SharePoint file structure particularly, or maybe you do, and that's where you put it and it works brilliantly. But in my experience, executives just don't go into SharePoint. They go and, they struggle to go and find it. It's got to be really easily accessible. 1 click, bang, straight in, no messing around. The third thing, which is really important, is that at the portfolio level, when you're doing a portfolio report, it needs to be managed so that it's customizable to different execs. That sounds an awful lot harder than it really is. You've got to trust me, there is a way of doing this, but it's a problem. The key ingredient is you have to make it customizable, because the CTO wants to see different projects and programs to the COO, to the CFO, to the CEO, to the sales and marketing director, whoever it might be. And unless you tailor it, they'll just lose interest. It's just looking for too much information or looking for information in too big a pool. And then the final ingredient is automate. Get rid of that industry, automate it, make it simple, make it automated, and just save all that time on processing and reformatting. So the magic ingredient for this one. For me, the magic ingredient is actually twofold. It is that it needs to be concise. So keep it really concise, literally one-liners, to highlight the areas where that the exec need to know about, and make it one-click access. So one simple click access that they can access wherever they are in the world, at whatever time, whenever they want to. That for me is an absolute key ingredient. So we have a magic ingredient, as we have with all of these. So particularly for an executive portfolio report, we've got a magic ingredient which would help you create a really sort of good practice, best practice executive portfolio report. If you click the link in the post, the LinkedIn post, we would be delighted to show you. You can have a look. If you can use it to your advantage, that's great. If not, that's absolutely fine. Or we'd just love to talk to you about it. So good luck, cheers, and till the next. Thank you for coming to the bar chat today. It's been great to have you in the bar, and I hope you've enjoyed the topic we've been talking about. Now, if there's anything in this topic, if there's anything in this bar chat that's particularly resonated with you, or there's a challenge that you're facing with your portfolio or your program or your stakeholders or whatever it might be, then one of the things that I'm offering is a free private bar function. So you can either come into our very own bar and come and be a part of it, and I promise you there'll be a drink waiting here for you, or I'll come to you, or we'll have a phone call, and we can maybe kick the tires on over a bar chat on a challenge that you're facing internally with your program, portfolio, whatever. If you want to do that, please take me up on the offer. I don't expect anything in return, and I really genuinely don't. You're very welcome to just click the link in the post on LinkedIn. There's a link in there. Connect and register, and we will be in touch to sort a private bar function out. Come and see me in the bar.